Pray, join me in welcoming our Scion allies, but recently returned from their mission to the Far East. We have been most eager to hear a first-hand account of your time there, eventful as we understand it was.
Very well. Allow me.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice, but the prize is worth the price. Doma, free after all these years.
Bloody hells. Flooding their own castle for a better chance at victory. We could learn a thing or two from that lad.
Our agents report a flurry of communications between Garlemald and Ala Mhigo in recent days. 'Tis plain they are in the midst of deliberating their response to the Doman uprising.
Good. Every Imperial unit in occupied territory will be on the lookout for civil unrest. The fear of leaving critical locations undefended will make commanders think twice about committing their forces, giving us a chance to seize the initiative.
We have a chance, aye. Mayhap the last one we're ever going to get. While we've done our best to rebuild the resistance, the Imperials have only increased their efforts to root out sympathizers. If we keep on playing for smaller prizes, it's only a matter of time before they crush us again. And that we won't come back from.
A swift advance seems best for all concerned, not least poor Mistress Krile.
Then let us waste no more time. The campaign for Ala Mhigan liberation begins now. Our first objective will be to capture Castellum Valadina. Take the bridge, and the whole of the fringes will be ours. From there, we can push east towards the peaks. I name this operation Rhalgr's Beacon. For as Rhalgr once sent his star to guide our ancestors to these lands, so too shall it see us home.
Okay, you should be hearing me now. I love it when OBS does this and switches my microphone randomly. Hello everybody, welcome in that came in with Mittens. I am Melta. I am one of Mittens' model's children. The cat that we are currently using was made by her. I also have the humanoid model. That was also done by Momo Mittens. Hello everybody. You may recognize me from the art that she was doing earlier. How was stream? Did you manage to finish the thingy, the drawing? Hello Doggyros, hello Chris, hello my kids. How was your week, guys? Also, if you need to raid and run, I totally understand. Please take care of yourself, hydrate, stretch, do the ass. No finish, I'm slow artist today. Well, it's okay to take it like easy from time to time. Usually you work super fast, and I have talked about that with like some of the other VTubers as well, that whenever we commission you for something and like it gets done super fast and we are like, when does she have the time to like do all of this, and that she's working super fast. So yeah, it's okay to take your time, I feel. Yeah, that's, I think last time like Jack commissioned his robot model with her, she was done in like 2 weeks with like art rigging and everything, and I was like, some people take 2 weeks just to do like the line art. What do you mean you're done with the whole model in 2 weeks? Yeah, she's super fast, and like at the same time the quality doesn't suffer from her being fast with it, so that is something rare to be honest. Because in most cases, whenever you're doing like creative work, you're either fast and like quality suffers a little bit, or you are slow with it and like you take care more for like details and stuff, which is not the case with Mittens, and I feel that's a rare quality for any kind of like creative person. Also, how was your week, guys? We are already at Friday. I hope your week went okay and that you have a good weekend as well. You fuck. He just came in, swapped my ass and left. Just so he can like interrupt the channeling. The absolute audacity of this tree. I'm normally fast because I get bursts of motivation. Motivation is low this week. Yeah, there do be weeks like that, but that's also okay, I feel. Because I also have like a struggle sometimes to like motivate myself to paint or even like do streams and stuff, and to be honest, like it's okay from time to time to take it easy. You have to let the brain juices start flowing again. Give them the old kick and some like rest to start going again. Also, to be honest, like last month you were grinding art and commissions like quite a lot, so I feel you deserve to take it a bit easier this month. Also, please feel free to share the whip in chat. We are link friendly, URL friendly, so If you have a picture of it, feel free to share it in the chat. Also, for any artist in the chat right now, please feel free to share any art that you're currently working on, or art that you have done. I always love to take a look at like creative work from people.
It's begun then.
Good. It's the waiting that drives me mad. Standing around, knowing what's to come. I'll never get used to it.
Yeah, my motivation last month was so I could showcase a lot of art at the end of the month.
Calm down, Nago. You're making her nervous.
To be fair, like, I think you did so much art like last month that... Were you able even to like fit it all in the update video?
We've come
I
this
think
far.
you may have gone a little
We just need to
overboard
make it the rest of the way.
with how much art you did last month.
Right.
Do you guys hear the cat? Or is my filter making?
Looks like the bastards went for the bait.
filter
The
him
bridge is
out?
ours for the taking.
I forgot to put in some models, Eric, but I put most in. There was more. Yeah, there was more. Like I remember that she mentioned. I don't remember if it was on a post or like in the comments or something like that. That she didn't manage to fit like everything that she did last month, and I was like, how more can you fit in one video? I mean, what? You went a bit overboard. I'm currently cuddling a cat. Give me a moment and we'll continue with the game. Kitty cat, yeah. He's being a little gremlin and he wants attention. He also purrs a lot, but I've put quite aggressive like noise reduction filter, so
Now remember,
the
Nago,
microphone will pick it
I
up.
want you to make for the tower as soon as you see an opening and get that flag flying. We'll see to the fighting.
Gonna get something to munch on, BRB. Ooh. Share what you're getting after.
I won't let you down, sir.
Come then. Rolga's star shall burn bright this day.
Some of the voices sound very familiar. Unless it's chocolate. If it's chocolate, don't share it with mittens, cause chocolate is not good for like cats. We don't want to make mittens sick. Can cat girls eat chocolate? Also, is that a snake woman? Since where are snake people a thing in Final Fantasy? I can eat all the chocolate. I don't know about that. Like, we may need to consult the medical professional. I feel you could be saying that just so you can get your hands on the chocolate. What is your like go-to dessert, regardless if it's like homemade restaurant or like if they have this dessert available, you always get it. Where the heck did everybody go? I usually like if they have good pancakes, like the crepe style pancakes, or if they have like in my country we have something called biscuit cake. I usually get that. They're like pretty good. Brownies and ice cream is a vibe. But I do like the like syrupy kind brownies more, because I have seen like they make them like in two ways. One is they are like moist in like chocolatey like syrup, and the more dry like sponge cakey. But yeah, brownie with ice cream I feel is a good choice. Also, what ice cream do you go for? Like, what's your favorite type of ice cream and why is it mint with chocolate chips? Think you're clever with all your little tricks. Think again. None of you are living here alive. Didn't I already kick her ass last time? She kinda survived only because the Viceroy kinda intervened. If with brownies, I'll go with vanilla, but for ice cream, it's either cookie dough or cookies and cream. You do like cookies, it seems. Where is she shooting at? Hello, I'm in front of you. Where are you shooting?
Meet my new friend! I'll cut it to pieces!
Oh, thank you. Why do I feel that she's gonna have a second face or something like that? This seems a little bit too easy. Nago made it. We've only got to hold on a little longer. I never understood like eating raw cookie dough.
No more running! No more hiding! Let's finish this! Look! The flag!
It's nice in small doses, but I couldn't eat a full batch. Well, you usually eat like just whatever's like left from like the cookies, I guess. I don't think anyone will just sit and eat like raw cookie dough. Cause what do you put in a cookie dough? I guess flour, milk, eggs. Do you have eggs in cookie
Stand your
dough?
ground! It's not over yet! Damn it!
Let them go, Lise. We've done what we came here to do. That's enough for now.
Todo. There's like a cookie dough you can buy just to eat raw. Is that like a British thing? Cause I don't think I have seen it in any of our stores. I've seen it talked about online, but not in any normal stores. Ah. So it's like a specialized good.
We have them on the run! Forward! No mercy!
Regroup! Regroup! We have to regroup! All units!
To be honest, I'm not a big fan of cookies as a whole. Like maybe gingerbread, because I do like ginger.
Commander, the 4th cohort has been routed. We'll be at the mercy of the enemy's reinforcements if we don't fall back now.
Idiot! We have the stronger force by far. Don't be taken in by their tricks. Or would you rather tell Xenos you lost to this rabble?
No, but if the snakes betray us in the confusion, we'll have no way out. I'm begging you, Commander. Give the order, or we'll all die here.
As common traitors who drank of muddied waters. For all the good it did us. Skulls with me! The day is theirs, and so is this bastard bridge. Someone bring the snake.
I think Ben and Jerry's had like cookie dough bowls in a bag, but that's all I've seen. I was like warm homemade cookies, but some kind be kind of meh. Well, yeah. I feel like cookie on its own. Like, you have the classic chocolate chip cookie, but I feel like this kind of dessert usually is best because you can like customize it to suit your taste with all of the like ingredients and spices that you usually like.
I suppose. It's our first victory, isn't it? And that has to be worth something.
It's a shame Furdoa got away, but we did what we came here. I have to remind myself it's just the first step, but it's a big one. We're going to take it back, all of it, one Ilm at a time if we have to. Okay. Don't have any of those classes leveled up right now, so... Meantime, I want you to rendezvous with the main host. Keep your weapons at the ready. There's a chance you might come face to face with soldiers on the run and route. On second thought, it may be prudent for you to preemptive sweep of the region for soldiers that have gone ground. We shouldn't afford them any time to regroup and launch a counterattack. When you've just your work to be done, report to General Audi in Bittermill. Da-da, da-da, What are you? Is that like a beetle? That's one ugly beetle. One. Also, is Ben and Jerry like a bakery in the UK? I think I feel over the last year or so the one shop I've heard the most from like the UK people is Greg's as a bakery. It's a super popular ice cream brand. Oh, okay. Not gonna lie, some of the brands have very wild tastes. Greg is good, I've only been like one of the times, so I don't get the hype. To be honest, I don't either, cause we do have like quite a lot of like bakeries, especially in my city. Like, they're good, but it's still like baked goods. Like, every time I'm like speaking with people, and it's like the one thing you can't miss to try when you're in the UK. I feel it's been so overhyped to me that if I ever go to the UK and try it, I will be bitterly disappointed because my expectations would be so pumped that I would be expecting some mind-blowing tastes to come out of it. Yeah, very overrated in my opinion. I know that their sausage roll, I think it was called, is very popular. Also, I think what like is called in the UK sausage roll, in the US they call it pigs in a blanket. I think UK calls sausages wrapped in bacon pigs in blanket. Which, not gonna lie, that sounds amazing. Like sausages wrapped in bacon do be sounding delicious. Yeah, so for them, what it's called pigs in blanket is usually, I think, either sausage or bacon in a puff pastry. Although they call biscuits cookies and scones biscuits, so can you really trust an American with their naming sense? Good thing Pimento is not in chat right now, or we would have started the great debate all over again. I know you're not one of for waiting, but if you bear with us. Commander Camp Marshal Tarup reports that their sweep of the Castellum's interior has been completed. So it's finally over, huh? Pray extend to him my deepest thanks. It's official then, Castellum Veudina is well and truly ours. Mayhap this calls for... Wait, where is Nago? She took her bird and flew off towards the Peering Stones, the village of the M-tribe, where she was born. I doubt that the Imperials who fled Veudina had it in mind to give them trouble on their way back east, but she was nevertheless worried, so I gave her leave to go and see that. Though I pray you are right, it would be best if Nag were not alone. She should encounter me. Agreed, let's go to the Peering Stones and make sure that everything is alright. If that is your wish, then I have no objection. Just let the guard know when you wish to. Greeting sound, I wish to pass. Yes. Yes, I wish to pass. You shall not pass. Not gonna lie, to this day, this is still my favorite quote from Lord of the Rings. What other mounts did I have? I find it a bit odd that each mount has its own like theme song. It's kind of like they have their own little like radio stations. The path to the village is through a tunnel just east of here. Follow me. You could have taken me with you, you know? I don't know why I imagined that it will be underground, not up. Although this kinda makes sense, considering that she was flying a bird. I guess do be a type of Griffin riders. That's one mean looking goat. Michi, is that you?
Ah, you've come. Welcome, friends, to my village. My home.
How fare your people?
Good, all things considered. Better than the Enanta at any rate. They've sent an emissary. I'll take you to her.
Again, there are snake people
We're
in
here
this
to
game?
help. Will you tell us what happened?
Aye. It began with a quarrel between the Imperials and the Kaliana.
Not gonna lie, I kind of vibe with that aesthetic. I wish they were a playable race.
The Kaliana are another Enanta tribe. The strongest and the most influential. Unlike the Vera, they want no part of our troubles. They swore fealty to the Empire, and were content to remain within their borders.
Just so. The Kaliana forsook their pride in the fight and yielded to Garlemald. But then a new commander was sent to hold the Black Bridge. She demanded the Kaliana surrender a hostage, this butcher.
Fordola. It doesn't make sense, though. The Vera are the ones working with the Resistance. Why would she threaten the Kaliana?
Because she is ignorant like all Imperials. She knows not the difference between Kaliana and Vera, nor does she care to learn.
I see. All Fordola knew for sure was that the resistance would come from the west. She reasoned, therefore, that if the Enanta on the east bank turned their coats, she would be trapped. I take it the Kaliana had no choice but to oblige her.
No, they did not. The Imperials left with the Kaliana broodmother's own daughter, Anamika. Long days and nights she looked out on the Black Bridge weeping for her child. Until you came. The broodmother knew at once which way the winds would blow. She and her warriors met with the fleeing Imperials in the road and demanded that her daughter be returned.
Bad idea. Fordola's not the kind to take threats lying down.
You know her well. The butcher turned her blade to Anamika and bade the Kaliana move aside. but the brood mother would not yield.
I know where this is going.
Did they kill the daughter? Yep.
The Kaliana surrounded the Imperials, one of whom, whether out of fear or stupidity, cut the child down. There was naught that could be done.
What madness.
The true madness was yet to come. For in her despair, the Kaliana broodmother cried out for her daughter to be restored to life. She beseeched Sri Lakshmi's intercession.
She summoned a primal then and there?
That she did, if only for an instant. Bereft of courage and honor, the broodmother sought solace in her faith. The Imperials fled in terror at the sight of the goddess, abandoning these lands to the Ananta.
We have to fight another primal, like...
Now the
How many
Kaliana bid
primals are
us
there?
make pilgrimage to pay proper respects. Yet though we Veera revere Sri Lakshmi as the holiest of the holy, we will not prostrate ourselves before her.
And so you turn to us.
Aye. All who have fought with the resistance have heard tell of the warrior, the Icon Slayer.
A primal hunter.
I believe we have heard enough. Inconvenient though the timing may be, if a primal has indeed been summoned, we can scarce afford to ignore it. We must needs discuss how best to resolve this situation.
Tour of the Dream. Again, at the risk of sounding hopelessly naive, there may yet be a way to avoid a violent confrontation. In the past, I fear I have been rather too willing to accept that we have no other resource than to risk our lives, or rather your life, to address these threats. Yet the primals we have faced thus far have demonstrated a variety of temperaments and objectives. Ravana made the light in battle, but Ramu would sooner keep to the forests with his children. Ere we decide to challenge Sri Lakshmi, it would seem wise to learn more of her nature from those who summoned her into this world. If that is your will, then so be it. To the north you find our village. Tarisha shall unfold all. We shall leave at once, Mnagu. Can you inform our comrades at the bridge what happened? Of course, be safe, my friend. Be safe. Pop. Let's go to the snake ladies. Snake lady. Guess that's the gate that I see in the distance, like the snake thingy. I really hope there is different resolution to the primal this time, because it is becoming kinda tiring to slay them every time. It becomes a bit samey. Welcome, Strider, to Virania. You're among friends here. Thank you. Nay, Cleiades. We do not often receive guests. What's the purpose of your visit? Greetings and well met. We're the Scions of the Seven Dawn, and we come seeking Sarisho of the Vira. You are she, are you not? You have petitioned us for aid and succor, and we intend to provide them, but we wouldn't first learn more of Sri Lakshmi, that we might better understand the nature of the threat she poses. A simple request, and one which I shall gladly oblige. In the beginning was Sri Lakshmi. We were creating in her image daughters blessed with her beauty. Her breath became ours. Her serenity our solace. There is naught she would not give. 'Twas the Kalyana brood mother desired to bring about her daughters. A resurrection which first called forth Sri Lakshmi from the Ether. That being the case, I rather doubt the goddess will be spoiling for a fight. That would depend. The primal motives will have been covered by the state of mind, namely that of a grieving mother who had just borne witness to her daughter's murder. Though she apparently craved a miracle, she may also have harbored thoughts of vengeance. Moreover, the Kalyana's conception of Sri Lakshmi may differ from that of the Vira. This is true. The Vira and the Kalyana do indeed regard the Lady of Bliss indifferently. To the Vira, Sri Lakshmi embodied freedom. She would not suffer her daughters to be bound to another's will. And so we stand with the persistence against the Empire and give our lives for the cause. To the Kalyana, however, she embodies transcendental beauty, which they strive to create their craft. To shape crystal is less and more ritual, a sacred duty, wherein each tribe is imbued with a fragment of the soul. The Imperials do not interfere with this holy work, and so the Kalyana were content to turn inward and ignore our plight. Until reality asserted itself and they summoned a primal. A fevered dream to soothe their aching hearts. But surely they can see that it won't do any good. The Imperials will still rule these lands. Nothing will change. The Ananta will. The Kalyana bade the Vira make pilgrimage to pay proper respects. Remember, those who do not wish to partake of their primal's bliss will be made to do so. Not while we are around, they won't. Though our beliefs are not the same, we are still kin to the Kalyana. Will you help them to see reason? Know that I'll kill your god if I have to, maybe even if I don't. Let's not tell the snake ladies that we have to kill their goddess. And we shall fall. Without you, we may be powerless to stop them. If we do not act quickly, more lives will be lost, more families torn apart, more children might suffer. Then it's settled. We are going to find that primal and put an end to this. My sister Vajra will guide you to Janan Hat, and I shall pray for your success. I'd be Bakish. What did you get for a snack? Share. share with the class. I stand ready, we live upon your command. I do be vibing with this quote. Some bread with peanut butter and a slice of apple pie. Ooh, that sounds good. I do like to eat, cause I'm currently trying to like cut on sugar and stuff like that. So whenever I crave like something sweet, I would usually get some apple slices with some peanut butter, and yeah, apple and peanut butter is a very nice combo. Got to try it myself sometime. Yeah, so usually the apples, like the fibers that the apples themselves have, as long as you don't peel, like remove the peel and don't blend the apples themselves, actually they help with the digestion and for you to absorb the sugar in them like a bit better. And the peanut butter, like, cause the peanuts contain saturated fat, also help with the digestion. So it's not only yummy, but it's also kind of healthy, as long as you don't like consume it in huge quantities. Everything in moderation, after all. A sacred marid. That's just an elephant. That is straight out an elephant. Yeah. I about to order the quart of peanut butter. Actually, if you get like the peanut butter that doesn't have like a shit ton of preservatives and sweeteners and stuff, peanut butter doesn't keep that well. Damn, she do be pretty though. I'm not on my humanoid model, Jack.
Why, mistress? Why does my Anamika slumber still?
You are being refunded. True, the one we get is mostly natural, yeah. You know that like a peanut butter is natural when like you leave it for a bit on the shelf and there is like a finger's worth of oil on top of the peanut butter. I thought it would just make her head 200% bigger. That is actually a good idea. I may speak with Mittens for this kind of toggle. Or maybe I would just like use the orb. I will be the new Orbitans.
Flesh sundered hath been made whole. Blood spilt runneth through her veins. Breath stolen filleth her breast.
Or Beltas.
But she hears not her mother's words, nor sees her mother's face. She's silent and empty.
Only the vessel may be remade, not so the flame which flickered within. Her soul hath been scattered to the four winds.
So you just brought back the body. She's still dead.
Now do you see her promises for what they are?
Alisaie, have you gone mad?
Mayhap I have, but I refuse to stand by and watch yet another tragedy unfold.
Chiar resurrection. Resurrection from Timo.
Who intrudes upon this sacred ground? Imperials, thirsting for blood.
No! We come not to shed blood, but to save you from the false god who would lead you. I understand how you feel. I do. You loved her with all your heart, but when the moment came, you still couldn't save her. The anguish, the anger, I know it only too well. But I also know where this path leads. To embrace a primal is to condemn yourself to an endless cycle of despair. You will never know peace.
A worm-eaten heart may find peace and serenity in service, in beauty and grace. This hath ever been my promise. Naught else.
You tempt them with visions of things that can never be and leave them bereft and wanting. No illusion, however sweet, can change the fact that your daughter is gone. Remember her as she was. Do not suffer this piteous shade to tarnish her memory.
For every prayer that primal answers, it'll demand payment in kind. Do you have any idea how many more Ananta will die to feed its hunger for crystals?
They would have thee suffer man's spite and live in fear. Far better to dwell in my beauteous dream than endure so ugly a reality.
I didn't even know beauteous was a word.
She's wrong! We hate the Empire as much as you, if you just listen!
Poor misguided children. I would spare you the torments of this cruel and misshapen world. Come, bask in my radiance. Let it fill your hearts and free you from your burdens.
Can we maybe surrender for a little bit? She kind of pretty.
Abide in misery then, fools. The Ananta are more deserving of my blessing. Leave these lands and my dreamers be. I will not warn you a second time.
Okay, another primal to kill, I guess. Must be Friday. It is Friday. I do not know that she's giving us, but she a lady, a snake lady. I know I was stupid and foolish, but I had to try. I had to try and failed. So you have to fight. There is no other way. Wait, you had to try, so I have to fight now? That's a bit selfish. Oh boy, it is here again. You're fatty. Ow, 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 ow. Your nails, ow. We can but do that which is within our power. Lisa, Alfinot and I will go and seize their crystal stores. This will not happen again. And you, when it is finished, we will be waiting. Okay. So we got thingy. We got a duty to QN. The problem with that is I'm leveling up DPS right now, so that means that any Q4 dungeon takes ages. And my tank and healer classes aren't up to a level. So, what do you mean 26 minutes? Okay, I guess we can switch to a different class in the meantime and level that up while we wait. Magnetical fade. Give me one moment, I'll be right back. We back. Broadside is cold. Had to rush out and get the laundry out of the rain. Oh, that's rough when it rains and you have laundry outside. Do you have one of those like thingies that you like unfold and you can like put your laundry on? How did I summon a mount? What? Power the magic tech armor to east end and destroy the garland drones. Sure. Hey Netro, how you doing? Thank you for donating to the challenge. How far in the challenge are we? Oh Jesus, we are almost at the half point. Get back to work. Are you telling me to get back to work, or are you saying you're getting back to work? We want to make it. You stream too little. Don't worry, I will extend the challenge probably. Maybe I'll leave it for when you guys need like 50,000 points or even less, like let's say when it's like at 10,000 points, and I won't extend it anymore. But I also won't stream for a month. Just so you can watch how your points, your hard-earned points, tick away and disappear in the abyss. Nah, I won't be so mean, maybe. Would I? Maybe. Hey, Squickly, thank you for the message. I guess you came in with the raid, but you were AFK at the time. Also, I'm not a fanboy just cause Mittens decided to draw me like that. Also, I wouldn't say that he looks like a fanboy. Also, there's nothing wrong with being a fanboy, to be honest. I would be sexy. You have to decide will you or not copy. Melt a fanboy. Can you imagine? Would I look sexy as a fanboy? What do you guys think? Would I be a good fanboy? Don't act shy. I'm asking a genuine question. Would I be a good fanboy? Aren't you? What does Mama Mittens say? Mittens, they are saying the final resolution is up to you. You need to decide my fate as a femboy. Jesus, I'm so good. I wasn't working today. My throat got 100% worse. Ooh, you having the flu, or you getting like a cold or something? To be fair, like around this time, it's always like really rough with like the your health, cause weather is all over the place. It's one day it's like super hot, the next day it's like super cold. I mean, you seem to have many forms. Why not the femboy one? I will have to look into a new design, I guess. It's been approved. How would the femboy melt even look like? Like melt but fem easy. But I already have a female model though. So would it look like my female model but like a male female? That's confusing. Also, another thing, because my male model is an Oni, but my female model is an Arachne. So will the femboy be half of each? Or is he going to be like a completely new species? And my cat model is a Bakeneku, that's very, very true. I also have a slime model. Sounds like an interesting concept. Well, according to the lore, all other forms come out from the slime, so the slime is kinda my original form. Is melt the fluid? Yes, both in my slime and in my cat form, cause we all know cats are fluid. Watch femboy melt to just be slime premium. The heck is a slime premium? Speak with Lieutenant Motko. Lieutenant Motko. The heck kind of name is that? Also, where is this fucker? Like Rimuru, I guess. Rimuru, if I'm like Rimuru, that would be like such a vibe. Rimuru is one of my favorite anime characters. Cause he's kinda, especially if you've read the light novel, Rimuru is one of the strongest characters in that universe, and at the same time he is so freaking chill about it. That slime dope. I do need to come up with like more concepts. The good thing about like choosing a shapeshifter as your you okay? What were those sounds? As your model is that you can basically be anything and anyone that you want. Because by war, your slime can turn into like anyone. Thank you for the work, Netro. Or just make the femboy a humanoid Bakeneku easy. Do I make him a twink though? Also, maybe we go for slime that is shaped like a femboy. Can't really make him a himbo in it. Why not? Where is there a rule that it says that a femboy can be a himbo? We will be breaking ground on some new concepts when you think about it. Is Kronk a femboy? Who the fuck is Kronk? Who was Kronk? That sounds familiar. Kronk. Ah, this Kronk. Is he a femboy? Why not, I guess. How do we define a femboy? Like, what's the definition of a femboy, actually? Is it just a boy that is feminine? Also, why am I actually thinking about the femboy design? You guys got me thinking now. I just think of like Felix from ReZero. Felix from ReZero is more of a trap. Like whenever you see Felix, there is the general from Star Wars that pops up in your mind and it's like, it's a trap. True, you have a point. Also, to be fair, even before Felix, we had the Astolfo from Fate. Which part of Fate was it? One of the Fate series? Are Trap and a femboy the same thing? This new Meltime theaters so I'll have to discuss that with my design mamas and model mamas and see what we can do. If we can come up with an interesting concept, I may go for it at some point. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. I am not promising anything, but we'll see. If we come up with an interesting design, I'm down for anything, to be honest. What is my trailer going to do, like, if I'm going to be in theaters? This summer, in theaters now, the fanboy of the century. He is wild, he is wild. You are not prepared. And at the same time, in the background is like one of those heavy bass, like dark songs that they play for trailers and stuff. To already have the concept figured out and everything. We'll see, we'll see. Although I don't know if I like exude enough like fanboy vibes to be able to match the model design. I may need to reach out to Pat Passion. To get some lessons on what is a good fanboy. Can you like leave me alone? Also, how are you entering this small cave? Also, I just want to say we have been in queue for 28 minutes now and we still haven't found one here. Get my slime some white monster. Why a white monster? Is white monster the drink of choice for fanboys? I think it was the monster can in the one Astolfo cosplay thingy. Astolfo cosplay thingy? I think I need context. I require some context. What is this Astolfo cosplay that you're talking about, sir? There was a famous cosplay photo of a cosplayer in the Astolfo. And let's just say bro was fucking a monster. I don't know if I can find the original pic, but legit there was a monster can in the frame and people started making size comparisons 22 hours. Wait, by he was packing a monster, you mean that his botch was like visible? Because I do get that like Astolfo, if I remember, was like wearing a miniskirt or something like that, but if you're packing some heat down there, like at least like make the cosplay tasteful that you won't be like washing people. Also, not gonna lie, I have seen like some male cosplayers do female like cosplays better than like some of their female counterparts. The magic of makeup. Where do I need to go again? Back to Moko. Who the heck comes up with these things? Oh. If you had the skill and resources to make any kind of like cosplay, and that includes like leatherworking, tailoring, 3D printing, and so on, who would you try to cosplay? Like, leave me alone. Oh, easy, Frankenstein from Soul Eater. That was the teacher doctor thingy. With, was it Elizabeth? I do remember he had like a knob on the side of the head that he was like turning and adjusting all the time. I kinda miss Soul Eater. I wish they made a second season to it. Remake do be possibly in the works. Yeah, but the question is, are they going to do the remake from the start? Girabania. Because, I don't know, is it going to be the same studio that made the original?
Open your heart.
Maki about to be a menace in 4K. I think that was one of the, well, not the first anime I have watched, but one of the earlier ones that I have watched. I think the very first anime that I have watched outside of the Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball that were going on TV was Chrono Crusade.
Your weary souls in my bosom.
No, thank you. We dancing? Are we doing coordinated dancing? Chrono Crusade, definitely check it out. Chrono Crusade is one of the older ones. It's pretty good.
Free you from your hate.
I highly recommend it. And I'm dead. Ah, we were supposed to get the Orbeez. Got it. It's basically, so a quick overview of what it is
Do not your souls weigh
one of the older, like, strongest vampires kinda gets not enslaved, but kinda enslaved to by the Vatican. So he helps them hunt other vampires and creatures. Why can't I was about to say, why can't I target her?
Your souls are stained.
It's, I would say, it's a lighter version of Helsing, basically. Although if you haven't watched Helsing, that's an anime that you need to watch. It has vampires, it has Nazi vampires, it has zombies, it has Vatican exorcists. Yeah, when I watched Housing originally, it was only an OVA, and it was like 1 or 2 OVAs that came out at the time. Then they came out with like the short series, the 12 episode one. Oh, she even dies prettily, bursting into powerful explosion. Explosion! When you think about it, what Housing doesn't have? Like, it has everything.
You did it again. You saved them. I just wish I could have been more help. So, it looks like the Ananta did have a mountain of crystals after all. Like every other tribe. Gods were all such slaves to our weaknesses.
That's very correct. Like, any mortal is tempted by...
You slew our mistress! She was our hope! Our salvation! Is there no end to your cruelty?
Listen to me, please. I know that you're only trying to protect yourselves because you feel frightened and alone. But that's how we all feel. Don't you see? If we could just turn to each other for help instead of the gods, I'm sure we could find a way to live in peace. Your crystals are important to you, aren't they? Reflections of your souls, right? Well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice something so precious to a primal.
Who are you to question our choice? You who fight without fear? We wish only to live in peace. And if this be the price we must pay, then so be it!
I know there's nothing I can say to convince you. But I hope that one day you look back and see we only ever wanted the same thing.
Begone, damn you! Spare me your hollow words, and leave me to mourn.
Wait, didn't we already determine that her daughter can't be brought back?
Up. Girabania is our home too. And one way or another, we're going to have to learn to live together. Come on. Alphinaud and Alisaie are waiting.
I know it has to be done, but at the same time I kind of feel bad about them. Because they are doing it like just how they can like protect themselves from like outside forces. And they are kind of caught in the middle between like the Garland Empire and Eorzea.
Ah, the savage returns, and with her tail firmly between her legs, beaten by beastmen, I hear.
It was a shameful display, by all accounts. She may have curried the Viceroy's favor with her bold promises, but in the end, she's just another plodding bungler like the rest of her kind.
Strange. You would think him a better judge of character. Then again, I hear she's not averse to a more physical mode of persuasion.
I thought she rose through the ranks rather quickly. but no longer. If only she had been content with her lot, she might have lived to see the morrow.
Melta, can we throw hands? Do you want to throw paws? Why do you want to throw paws? I'm always down to throw paws, but why? Them gargats on my nerves.
Fedola Rem Lupus. Commander of the Crania Lupi, reporting as ordered.
Yay, they do be jackasses.
Why do you tremble so?
Also, I don't get why is she betraying... Like, with the Viceroy in Doma, I kinda understood why she betrayed her people, cause she was sold off by her family to, like, an old, decrepit, like, husband, then got sold to a brothel after he passed away, and... yeah, so this is kinda why, like, she betrayed her, like, country and worked with the Empire. But why is the Butcher betraying Awamigu?
Could it be that the Empire's Butcher is afraid? That she who walks with death is terrified of her own?
I'm terrified of dying having achieved naught. Gladly would I give my life to win a great victory on the battlefield. Had I but the strength.
Alas, you do not. Indeed, you are weak. And born of this weakness is a blind fervor, a raging inferno which threatens to consume not only you, but everyone around you.
Yes, my lord.
For me, a good villain is somebody that you kinda understand why did they become like that. You understand, like, their motivations, regardless if it's like born out of revenge or because they have like their own principles and beliefs that they're trying to achieve, even if they have to become the villain of the story. For me, a villain that is a villain just for the sake of it isn't really a fleshed out character.
You were defeated by the Resistance on several occasions. You misjudged the Ananta and spurred them into summoning an icon. Have you anything to say?
Because when you kind of understand like the motives behind the villain story, you kind of it becomes like more terrifying, especially if it's like a good man that was pushed into like this, because then you kind of understand that anyone is one very bad day away from becoming the villain of the story.
I do not, my lord. My failures are my own. I am prepared to accept your judgment.
And that is very admirable. However, I've had enough of this dumb show. Give voice to that hunger I see in your eyes, or I will pluck them from your head.
I really don't like him.
I want... I want to make them pay! All of them! Everyone who ever mocked or looked down on me! I want the power to make them pay!
Pay for what though?
Then I shall give you a chance. A chance to transcend your mortal limits. Assuming, that is, you are prepared to wager your life for such power.
Transcend, my lord. I came here prepared to die. Tell me what I must do.
Why are the most evil bastards, especially like evil scientists, always like these cool looking, elegant guys? It's such a bizarre like contrast between the two. Bong, bong, bong. Sorry, I got distracted. What was the question? What did I say? A good question? Well, I guess if it came out of me, it's probably a good question. Why is the bad guy design always a good look? Ah, yes. I guess cause the contrast between like the monstrosity of their actions and like how beautiful and elegant they look is like what makes it even like more scary. Because sometimes the evilest actions can be hidden behind the prettiest smile. And in a lot of cases, we don't realize how easy like people are swayed by what is shown on the outside. The silence of the gods. It works. Ryokshmi's gone, but I should probably start at the beginning. Incredible, I don't know what to say. If you hadn't been there to stop her, who knows where it would have ended. We have saved a lot of lives, take pride in that. It must be said that this is something of an unprecedented situation. Previous summonings were, to my knowledge, planned well in advance by a tribe as a whole. Indeed, there are several aspects of this incident which bear further investigation. In any event, the Kalyana supplies of crystal must remain limited for the foreseeable future, and ambient ether levels closely observed. Understood. The Alliance will consult with the Resistance and the Vira on how best to enforce said restrictions. Thank you, Vice Marshal. The other matters then, what news of the Imperials? None, which itself is troubling. It seems as though the skulls and the remainder of the garrison have fully withdrawn into the peaks. We have seen neither hide nor hair of them since Veudina. Regardless of their reason, our path is clear. Father has decided that it is time to advance east. He was almost emphatic that you be spared further duties for the present. You are to rest. It would not be for the warrior flight to collapse from exhaustion during the march. We may not be as strong or quick as her, but we are soldiers nonetheless. We can deal with the Imperials. Aye, you have earned this respite, so enjoy it. And the same goes for you, Mango. Mnago. Why did I read that as Mango? You have been away from your family too long, don't deny it. Is that the soldier Wawafel? He's actually the son of the general of the Wawafel, like, city. What was his name? He is like the general of Uda. He is his adopted son. I never quite understood how Wawafels can be fighters, because they look like something that doesn't have a lot of physical strength, but I guess magic? Honored guests, I praise you partake of our humble offering as we give thanks for our many valiant deeds. For your many valiant deeds. Ooh, chicken. Chimken. Thank you, sir, for this warm welcome. We are honored to break bread with you and your family. They got that punt resistance, but I guess they do look very puntable. Come, eat your fill of our food and drink deep of our spirits. There is more than enough for all. Well, when you put it that way, don't mind if I do. Talking about like spirits and like tribal drinks and so on. I read somewhere that there was a tribe that basically they will boil a plant that is usually poisonous. And when they boil it, like it kind of like boils and like absorbs the poison, so they can like eat it after. And it also acts like as a mild hallucinogenic. And I'm like, who was the first guy that decided this is poisonous, I'm gonna die if I eat it, so I'm gonna boil the shit out of it in milk? How do people discover these kind of things? Sometimes I think about like this kind of stuff, like things that we take for granted today. How exactly did people even think of doing that? Like the person that invented a doorknob. Well, the doorknob itself was kinda like Now that you said, like, a doorknob does sound like a simple thing, but at the same time, well, it does make sense when you think about, though, like, if there is a door that you need to pull on, it makes sense to have some kind of a protrusion that you want to hold on to if you're gonna, like, pull the door, I guess. Boom, boom. Also, I was watching a video about like the history of bread and like how it evolved and so on. So originally bread was like wasn't as fluffy or like as big as like one would imagine. The first like breads that were made kind of in the past were flat breads. Because people didn't realize they need to leave the dough to ferment overnight. So basically, this got discovered by like pure incident. Some dude left his dough overnight, and the dough like expanded a lot.
Alliance and resistance
And he decided to bake it and eat it anyway, because I guess he didn't have any other food. And it found out that the bread is actually a lot tastier and a lot fluffier than like originally.
And the city, breaching it, would be no small feat.
Yeah,
But we
because
beat the Imperials back.
penicillin was discovered during the, I
And
think,
we
the First
liberated a
World War,
village.
when soldiers were forced to eat moldy bread. And one of the doctors discovered that, like, people that have eaten moldy bread actually are getting better from, like, infections and stuff like that. So this is kind of how they discovered penicillin then. EU Final Fantasy XIV. Aren't you still on your debut? What are you doing here? Guys, if you're not following Fukuro, go and give him a follow. He debuted a new model. A new, very pretty model today. So, if you want to see the new model, go and watch the VOD. How was the debut of Fukuro? I watched the beginning, but then I had to leave to start stream. Last I saw you were doing some Poppy playtime. I'm totally not grinding Oracle Crescent in Final Fantasy in the night. It was epic. OBS just died, but that's fine. And OBS do be doing that from time to time. Also, sorry, what did you say that you were farming? Our Ganna. Ganha. Is it going to be Ganha or Ganna? Ooh, that's a big boy. I'm happy you had a good debut. Debut is something that everybody is like super nervous about, and there are like so many moving parts that can go wrong. But it's also, even if like there is some scuff, it's also very satisfying when you do it. Is the level 100 fronting like Yurukov Bozja front? I know some of the words that you said in that sentence. I know level and I know 100. Here we are, the new base of operations for the Alliance and the Resistance. Ah, there you are. So this is the data of the Wawafel that we were discussing previously. Greetings, General. I see you have been quite busy in our absence. Less than you may imagine, the Imperials fled at our coming and we took the village without a fight. Your timing is impeccable. We were about to discuss our strategies with Speco Imperator. Though we're fresh from the road, we should be glad to attend. It's a good farming ground for experience and materials. Discord. Ah, okay. But I guess you need to be max level to be farming that. Also, I just saw that we've had our 1 year Discord anniversary. What gift are you gonna buy me, Fukuro, for our 1 year anniversary? Hmm? Or did you forget that we have an anniversary today? With what money? Go and sell your body. And yes, I do mean both meanings of it. I'm already let my Mikote in the FC house. Mikote. Of course you're gonna be a cat boy in the game as well. Cause of course you are gonna be a cat boy. Well, stinky cat. Cat girl in game. Well, cat person. Let's say it like that. Also, you never know, it could be a fanboy. We were just discussing earlier. Got a deep friends, yo, have fun. Thank you for stopping by, Doggerus. Have a great evening. Turu, turu, turu. I'm happy to be best if I company. At least I can stay with Meltash. Or go if you must. The two of us can take care of ourselves. You have your orders dismissed. Coco, the UVTFC is now open for all characters, not only Fresh Start anymore. That's good. The problem is I'm not in Cerberus. I'm actually not in Europe. Like, I'm not in the European region, the game. So I will have to make another character. Can you be in an FC if you're not I swapped from melee with my main to it. Yeah, but that's money. I think it's like $18 to transfer, something like that.
My head.
Tell you what, I will think about it. Because I do have some friends that I play on US with.
So,
She in
she
bikini.
lives. Impressive. Or merely lucky, though that too may prove a useful trait.
My lord, what have you done to me?
Though we Garleans are intellectually and physiologically superior in almost all respects, we lack the hereditary traits required for the reliable manipulation of ether, hence our unique inability to wield magics. This deficiency, for want of a better word, saw us subjected to decades of oppression by the lesser races, and we were eventually driven to seek shelter in the cold northern reaches of Ilsabard. Fortunately, said region was replete with vast deposits of ceruleum, which proved instrumental in the development of Magitech, a revolutionary technology conceived to compensate for our disadvantage. It was with Magitech that we grew strong, that our nation became an empire. Yet, ultimately, this was an extrinsic solution to an intrinsic problem. What I wanted was not a crude device to be used in lieu of magic. Through modification of the Garlean genome, I argued that it might be possible to enhance a subject's ability to manipulate ether.
This guy does sound like a
empowering
mad
them to
genius or
wield
like a
magics.
mad scientist.
Alas, my theories were met with consternation in the Imperial Court. Only Lord Xenos, with commendable foresight and wisdom, deigned to support my research.
You gave me this treatment, but I'm not Garlean.
Alamegan, through and through. What you have been granted is far greater than mere magic. Before that lesser light, it is as a second sun.
I am informed that Alagiri was recently occupied by the Resistance, and that an attack on Specular Imperatoris is considered imminent. This could provide an ideal opportunity to test her performance in the field.
Your skulls, was it? They have joined the garrison at the Watchtower?
Yes, my lord. By your leave, I would rendezvous with them and lead a counterattack against the insurgents.
No. Even were you to leave now, you would not arrive in time. There is another duty I would entrust to you.
Mm-hmm.
Found you.
How did he get in? Like, wasn't he injured like that and he can't use magic? Oh, I do need to sell some stuff. This is full. Let's get rid of some stuff. Can I sell with? This is just a mender. merchant. Marauders arms. Still. Arms. Usually storm monk. Somewhere. That's for them. Boom. Oh, we cleared a bit of space. Imperios Canis Pugnus. Did they turn a buck into a battle dog? It kind of looks like a pug. A very mean pug. Although I don't know how you turn a pug into a battle dog, considering that humanity has messed so much with their like breed that at the moment they can barely survive because of all of the health issues they got after crossbreeding them so much. Either current. Why do I feel that gathering all the Aether currents for the different expansions will be such a pain in the ass? But that's something to worry about once I catch up with all of the expansions. It's a problem for future me. Say it again if you would. No, maintain your distance for now. Understood. Give me a praise to any developments. That was Arenvald, the pair that was spying on us in the fringes has followed us here. What about you? Any trouble? Not really. There I was thinking we might be due for some peace and quiet. Got to hear you dealt with me. Hope the assault on Specula Imperatoris is going well. You had to go and jinx it, didn't you? Why aren't we there? Like...
You've improved, lad.
Come now, father. You lured the fool onto my blade, and do not try to deny it.
Our work here is all but done. What of Conrad and his men?
They are for the main tower. The Skulls have offered fierce resistance thus far, but Conrad seems to believe he can convince them to lay down their arms.
Then we will tend to the stragglers down below. With me!
I wonder what's the assignment that the Viceroy gave to the butchers.
Report.
Enemy forces have overrun the lower facilities and appear to be mounting an assault on the main tower. We have already received a request for reinforcements. A unit of legionaries has been mustered and is ready to depart. They await your orders, Commander.
Stand down.
Commander?
Tell them to stand down.
Commander, if I may, our people, your people are still in there. They will be slaughtered.
You think I don't know that? I want nothing more than to help them. To lead the bloody charge. But I have my orders. Lord Xenos said no reinforcements. He would have us use the main cannon to destroy the installation.
What? Kill our own soldiers? You must be mistaken.
Mayhap you'd like to ask Lord Xenos yourself. I thought not. Wars are won on the backs of the dead. Theirs and ours. There is no truth but this. We must remain firm and resolute and always, always do our duty.
Initiate firing sequence.
Aye, aye. Initiating firing sequence. Release safety locks. Deploy main cannon.
This looks like they're activating the Death Star. Jesus.
For us. For our people. For our future.
I need you to confirm the target, Commander.
Specula Imperatoris, main tower. Fire when ready.
You good? Oh, the resistance is gonna be there. Are they gonna kill another one of the Scions? I feel that they every expansion they kill at least like one or two. That's one big gun. Not gonna lie, I thought that was a chimney.
What in the seven hells?
Long-range artillery.
Those treacherous bastards. Their people were still fighting. Full retreat! Now! Relay the orders!
Understood. All forces retreat! I repeat, all forces retreat!
Okay, these guys will retreat, but didn't the resistance go to that tower? Rigorita didn't, it must have been the cannon of at Castrum Albania, but that was an Imperial installation and their troops were still... Damn it, no one's responding and I know the shell is being jumped or... We have to go right now, they need our help. Or let's go. It's worse than it looks. He probably wasn't even. Pull yourself together, the gate. This is our way inside. Need to find my brother right now. I don't think Alfinot is dead, cause I think he plays like more roles in the future expansions. But who the heck knows? Damn. I got you here in case it isn't obvious the Imperials fired on us on Speco Imperatoris. I didn't think they had it in them to kill their own men just to kill us. Gods damn them all. Where is my brother? Tell me where he is. I want to see him. He was in the tower when it was struck, but that need not mean anything. Our forces still evacuating and many remain unaccounted for. Alize, listen. There are soldiers wounded and dying all around us. Soldiers with families just like you and me. They need our help. Do you understand? He's right. I'll take the north, you take the east. Okay. Search for wounded soldiers in need of assistance. Thank you, I think I can manage on my own. Sure. Also, this is like 20 meters away, guys. You could have picked them up, you know. Why do I have to do everything? The burden of being the hero. Just give me a moment to let the world stop spinning, would you? There are Augiri not far. I'll make it. I'll make it. You're gonna make it, soldier. On the Temple Knight. Everything hurts. I think I was struck by debris from the tower. Wait, I know you. Ward of House Fortemps. We fought together on the steps of fate. You saved my life back then and now I can walk, thank you. 1,000 times thank you. Conrad, can you hear me? Now go put him down over there. Okay. Kevin's whip objective. Sure.
Conrad! Conrad, speak to me!
It was all so sudden. Conrad had just convinced the last few skulls to surrender when we heard the bang and everything started to shake. We carried the survivors to safety, but Conrad's... We have done what we can for him. All that remains is to pray.
Conrad?
Is that you, Lise? I can't see a damn thing. Well, that's that then. Time's up.
What are you talking about? You'll be on your feet before you know it.
It's all right, Lise. I've lived long enough. But listen, I want you to lead the resistance in my stead.
Don't say another word. You'll recover. We'll recover. We'll bring freedom to Ala Mhigo together. We're not going to stop here.
No, you won't. Everything we've built, everyone we've brought together, I know you'll show them the way. You've got it in you, Lise. Not because you're Curtis's daughter or Ida's sister, but because you're you. Because you're you.
Conrad.
Lead them to victory. To freedom.
The shadow of the windmill passing over him is super dramatic.
I will, Conrad. I will. I promise.
I feel they're using like the death of characters at this point to like separate the parts of like the expansion.
Next round, double the charge.
Come, Nidhogg. We are needed.
Wait, is that Destinian?
a cerulean pipeline!
And also, how is he summoning Nidhogg? I thought the ice went to...
Impossible! How can one man... Shoot the bastard! Shoot him!
My lance has slain far greater beasts.
I do vibe with his new armor though.
You're welcome, boy.
Notify all units! I want that intruder found! And get the engineers to fix my bloody cannon! The savages are coming!
We could have killed them, we could have walked away. But instead we tried to convince them to lay down their arms. We tried to seek a peaceful resolution. We showed them mercy and this was their response. Fire and blood, this was their answer. Such crimes cannot go unpunished. They must not. God is my witness. There will be reckoning. Ooh, I'm not so sure about like evil Ophi. There, that should suffice for now. Go and join the others. Tell me you found Tofi, not tell me he is alright. He is alright. Conrad is dead though. Thank the 12, I don't know what I would have done though, saying that what would the resistance do without Commander Kemp. Sorry, not here, not now. We should return to our Giri. Keep an eye out for any wounded who need our help on the way. Alla Giri. That's a wounded Imperial though. It wasn't long ago I was trying to kill you and yours. I half expected you were about to slit my throat. To hells with this, I should be back home in Ilzabard instead of taking fire from my so-called comrades. Friendly fire. Can you imagine how betrayed they must feel to know that they were giving it their all to like fight and so on, to get fired upon by their so-called allies? I'm not sure I vibe with this new uniform. It looks a bit raggedy. We're almost Leo 69. You're a big boy. Mutsud. Mutsud. Mutsud? I don't know how you pronounce it. Doo-doo-doo. You given our commander camp's remains for safekeeping later, I have no idea. Rites must needs be performed. For now, however, we must carry on, we must press forward, we must not give in to despair. Very true. A new weapon. Did I register this Peterite thingy? No. I should attune to it. He was a wise leader, he was a patriot, but above all else, he was a good man who will be sorely missed. One of many was this day. I asked for a moment's silence to pray for the souls of the departed. We have suffered a grievous defeat, but we cannot and will not renounce this cause. The die has been cast. Hold tight to this grief, this anger, and let it drive you forward. Let it be your strength and your shield when next you face the enemy. It will carry us far, General. Of that I have no doubt. Would we recall that Imperials could have obliterated our forces had they kept firing but neglected to do so? They had no strategic reason to cease fire, which begs the question, why did they? You suspect they were unable to fire the cannon again, mayhap due to a malfunction? Oh, they had a huge malfunction called Testanian. Then I'll just have to go and see for myself if the cannon is still operational. Are you mad? Conrad put you in charge of the resistance. We can't risk losing another commander so soon. I know how you feel, Nagu. Wasn't she Mnagu? With M in the beginning? I do, but I need you to understand. Or is that like her pet name? I wasn't long after Papalim and I arrived at Raug Ridge that Conrad first asked me to join the resistance, and then he kept on asking. Every time I said no, I told myself it was because of the science, but even then I knew deep down that it was an excuse, that I was still afraid of following my heart, because I couldn't be sure if it was for me or for Ida. But then I met someone on the other side of the world who had struggled with the same worries, and as we traveled and fought together, I saw him grow and become the leader his people needed him to be. And now it's my turn to do the same. There's not a lot of us left, and of the ones that are, many are still wounded. We have to make do with what we've got, and I'm the best for it. It's as simple as that. But don't worry, Nago. I'll come back, I promise. I acknowledge Commander Hext's right to carry on this mission. I see no reason why she should do so alone. Would you go with her? Yes. Would you have done it even if you hadn't asked her? Then it is settled. We will await your return. Give me my new chakrams. To reach the ship, we'll have to scale the cliff face. I'll get some climbing gear and meet you there. Alright? Alrighty. Okay. I think this is a good place to stop today. We will probably be doing some painting on Sunday. Tomorrow we'll probably not have a stream, but keep an eye on the socials, because if I want to play Final Fantasy a lot, we may do another stream tomorrow. We will see. Depends on the free time and how busy I'll be. But yeah. Let's see who I can send you to, guys. Jesus Christ. All the people I've walked into are on their BRB screen. You know what? I'm gonna send you to Fumi. Fumina, she was recently on a trip to Austria. So go and ask her about her trip and like tell her to tell you of the stories of what she's seen, where she's been. Yeah, she's currently playing Sonic Adventure 2. Thank you everybody for stopping by. Thank you for sitting with me. And I'll see you guys next time. And until then, as usual, I love you. I appreciate you. Bye bye.